All right, so let's look at knowledge check 23.2.1. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look. We have some data files in here that range from month 01 to month 11 CSV. So say that we wanted to import one of these files in R, and we could. All right, so if I run this first line here, what this is doing is it's pulling the very first name within this list files that we got up here. So now what we could do is we could actually create a path based off of that and then read this read R, read CSV. So we've just imported a data set and we've called this DF, right, which we can see over here. Now, we can actually dynamically change the name of a data frame. And what we could do here is, first of all, we want to create what the new name is going to be. Well, this line of code right here, what it does is it takes, if I look at first DF, it takes this string here, and then it's going to use string R to basically pull off these last four values, the extension, .csv. Right? So now what I've done is I've said, well, I want to name this data frame based off of the name of the file. That new name is going to be month 01. And now I can assign month 01 to our data frame. Okay. So now you may have noticed down here in my environment, we have DF and then we have month 01. So now we have a data frame called month 01. All right. Okay, so that's how we can do that for one data frame or one CSV file, to import it, rename it dynamically. We want to do that for all of these month CSV files that exists. Okay. So how can we do that? Well, we need to incorporate this procedure into a for loop. All right. So it says, can you incorporate this into a for loop to import all the data files? Okay. So for data file in, well, what we want to do is we want to iterate and we want to do this procedure for each of the files that we can see right here. So for each data file in this vector of many data files, we're going to go through and do this procedure. So the step one is to import the data, which we saw up here. So here I'm going to go ahead and just say here monthly data files. So this monthly data files is just an extension that points to where I have all my monthly data saved. So this will be different on your side, on your computer, wherever you ended up saving the monthly data. So I've got that extension, but I want to build onto that extension. I want to build onto it with the data file, right, for each iteration. So on the first iteration, it's going to be this month 01. On the second iteration will be month 02 and so on. Okay, so we import the data and we save that as DF. Then what we do is we're going to actually take the name of the file. So I'm going to take string R, stir sub, and I'm going to take my data file and I'm going to strip off the last four characters, right? So this basically says get the basically first character all the way up to the fifth from the last. So that strips off that .csv. So I create the name, and then now I'm going to assign this new name to DF. All right, so let's see if this works. Let's keep an eye on, first of all, let me do this. Let me remove DF, and let me remove month 01 from my global environment. Okay. So here's the objective. Let's see if we can import all 11 of these month files. Run this. There we go. So it iterated through each one and it imported the data set. And we can see that we have different observations. So this is not just the same data set copied over 11 times. This is each individual data set. And we've incorporated them all.